Hey, I'm Tara, and today we're going to talk about coconut flour, so stay tuned. When we first went grain-free, we were worried about baked goods. You know, the birthday comes along and maybe you feel the same way. You still want to indulge, but once you've been grain-free, you don't really want to go back to the way things were before. So finding coconut flour was a lifesaver. And this video is the first in a series of a couple videos, and we are going to talk about the benefits of eating coconut flour. In the next segment, we're going to talk about baking with coconut flour. It's a little bit tricky, and it's important to know some tips and tricks and just little ways to get the most out of your baked goods. But before we dive in, I want to know a little bit more about you. So comment below and tell me why you're here. Why are you wanting to learn more about coconut flour? Have you been diagnosed with something and recommended to be on a grain-free diet? Is a grain-free diet something that you want to experiment with? So comment and tell us your story. In case you're new around here, subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every week, a recipe and a vlog. So first, let's talk about what coconut flour actually is. Coconut flour is actually dried coconut that's had all of the fat and the liquid pressed out of it, and then it's ground into a very fine powder. So the question is coconut flour healthy? And the answer is yes. It's actually a functional food, much like coconut, unsweetened shredded coconut or coconut milk. Coconut flour is low in carbs, and it's high in fiber. This means that it only gives your body a very small glycemic index response, which is important if you suffer from diabetes or if you're looking to prevent spiking your blood sugar. The fats in coconut flour are healthy saturated fats, similar to what you'll find in coconut oil. You'll commonly hear these referred to as MCTs for medium chain triglycerides. You may also hear them called MCFAs, or medium chain fatty acids. So what are these medium chain fatty acids, MCTs or MCFAs? For simplicity's sake, I'm going to combine these two acids into one and talk about them as a group. It's not so important which one does which thing. So one beneficial thing that these fatty acids do for our body is help our bodies to combat bacteria, fungus, yeast. They're also a great source of energy. So if you're going to go work out, it's not as a slow converting energy as, say, just a traditional fatty acid or saturated fat that you would get from a meat. You may have already heard of MCT oil. If you are eating a low carb or ketogenic diet already, you've probably heard a lot about MCT oil. A lot of people will use this in bulletproof coffee, for example. The compounds found in MCT oil have a lot of good for our body benefits. Some of these include the ability to support our body to fight off viruses and bacterial infections and even yeast and fungus. According to a recently published study, I'm going to read this to you from my notes, MCFAs may lead to greater energy expenditure and assist with fat loss. They also may help lower blood cholesterol levels and reduce your chances of plaque buildup in our artery walls. So overall, coconut flour as well as coconut oil are beneficial to our bodies and can be referred to as a functional food. So this is an excellent choice for your gluten-free baking needs, whether you're just going gluten-free or if you're going to be following a low carbohydrate lifestyle. I really want to know what you think about this information I shared today and what questions you might still have left. So comment below and let me know your thoughts. To get my free coconut flour guide, complete with the baking tips that I'm going to share with you in the next segment, subscribe to my email list and I'll send it to you in a PDF format. I'll post the links down in the comments and also here on the screen for you to click on for easy access. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel to make sure that you're notified when I post new vlogs and new recipes. Thanks for watching.